do this. Man, my coffee's cold. So this past week, Christians all over the world observed what was called Ash Wednesday to kick off the season known as Lent. So if you've spent any time around the church, you'd probably recognize this season. Because isn't Lent the season before Easter where you give things up? Well, kind of, but it's much more deeper than that. So Lent is a season in the church calendar that stretches 40 days. It started from Ash Wednesday and goes all the way to Easter Sunday. So traditionally, Lent is used as a time to reflect, to repent, and to also prepare our hearts for the celebration of Easter. But here's the thing, the season and observation of Lent doesn't actually appear in the Bible. Well, there we go. Whoa. So just because Lent's not found in the Bible doesn't mean it's not founded on biblical principles. 40 is a number of deep significance in the Bible. It's the same duration that Moses spent on Mount Sinai. It's also the same duration Jesus spent in the wilderness. So both of these circumstances, both Moses and Jesus, started off their time by fasting in these periods. So because of this, fasting and prayer are two of the main focuses in church during the season of Lent. So this is why you often hear about people starting a Bible plan or a novena or a prayer group even. And this is also where the idea of giving something up came from. But here's the thing, fasting is not necessarily always giving something up. It can mean fasting from your favorite TV show or giving up something you really like. Maybe it's giving up cold showers because we can often take that for granted. Or maybe you're like me and you waste tons of time on social media. That's something you could give up to. But why do we give something up? Well, I know for one thing, it's not about creating this big list of things you're giving up for the season of Lent. Or it's not to brag how complicated or complex your sacrifice is. Well, it's a couple of things. For one, it can be for discipline, because when we say no to the little things, we can often say no to much more. And then secondly, to truly pursue Christ more intimately and more closely, and ultimately to the cross. Our season of Lent is meant to prepare our hearts for the full joy and celebration of Easter. You see, Lent is not about saying no all the time. It's about saying no for a little while to experience the fullness of God's yes. So don't get me wrong, sometimes the season of Lent can be a little daunting because you don't know what to give up or whether you're even willing to put in the effort. But hey, start small. Pick something that you're willing to give up, or even something you're willing to take on. Maybe it's going and giving a little more money to the poor. Maybe it's serving your family a little more intentionally. Maybe it's taking the time to actually sit down in prayer and be a little more intentional with your relationship with Jesus. Whatever that is, take that next step and be intentional about it. So my prayer to you is that you would have the courage to pursue Jesus like you've never before, so that you can celebrate him like you've never before.